Hey everyone, welcome to DR Game Lab 101. If you're brand new to Godot, you're in the right place. This channel is actually a little spin-off of my main channel, Dirago Games, where I dive into more intermediate and advanced Godot tutorials, breakdowns, and game dev discussions. But over here on DR Game Lab 101, we're starting from the very beginning. Beginner-friendly, step-by-step, no prior experience needed. And today we're kicking things off with FirstSteps with Godot 4.5, a simple, easy tutorial to help you understand the engine and get comfortable with the user interface and making your first game elements right away. So, if you've always wanted to jump into Godot but didn't know where to start, trust me, this is it. Let's get into it. Alright, so before we jump into making our first game, let's get Godot 4.5 installed. The good news? It's super quick. First, head over to the official Godot website and download the latest stable version of Godot. At the time of making this video, it's 4.5. I'm using Windows, so I'll get the Windows version. And make sure that you don't choose the .NET version. That version has support for C#, but we'll be using GDScript as our language of choice. So the regular Windows version is fine. Now, there are no extra installers and complicated setup. Just download, extract, and you're ready to go. I also recommend creating a dedicated Godot game dev folder somewhere in your computer. Inside that folder, keep your Godot executable and all your projects together. This keeps everything clean, organized, and makes it way easier to jump between projects later on as you start building more games. Once you've got Godot extracted into that folder, double-click and open it up. And that's it. You're all set. Now, let's start creating your first project. Once you open up Godot, this is the first screen you'll see, the project manager. I've already set up a project, but yours should be empty. From here, all you need to do is click the Create button in the top left corner to start a brand new project. When you click Create, this window pops up, and let's break down the important parts. Project name. This is what your project will be called inside Godot. You can change it later, so don't stress too much about names right now. Project path. This is where the project folder will be created on your computer. I recommend saving it inside that dedicated Godot game dev folder we talked about earlier. Keeping your projects organized from the start will save you a lot of headaches later on. Render options. You'll see three choices here. Forward plus, great for advanced lighting and modern 3D projects. Mobile, optimized for weaker devices. And compatibility. This uses the OpenGL backend and is the safest option for older hardware, laptops, or if you're planning to make simple 2D games. For beginners like us, compatibility is perfectly fine. Version control, metadata. This lets you set up Git integration. As a beginner, you can leave this on none for now. Edit now. Make sure this is checked. This tells Godot to open the project right after creating it. Once everything looks good, just hit create and Godot will set up the project folder automatically and drop you straight into the engine. And there you have it. You're inside your very first Godot 4.5 project. Alright, once your project opens, you'll land on a screen that looks just like this. Let's take a quick tour so you know exactly where everything is. Scene panel, left side. This is where your game objects live. Every character, camera, button, basically anything in your game shows up as a node. Right now it's empty because we haven't added anything yet, but this is where you'll build your entire game scene tree. Create root node section. Still on the left side, you'll see buttons like this: 2D scene, 3D scene, user interface, and other node. For this tutorial series, we'll mostly be using the 2D scene. When you click it, it creates the first main node of your project, kind of like the foundation of your level, or the root of your scene tree. File system, bottom left. This is your projects folder right inside Godot. Any art, sound, scripts, or scenes you add to your project will show up here. It's basically your game's file explorer. Look at this. I like to add folders like art, scenes, scripts, and sound to keep things perfectly organized. The big empty area, the 2D workspace. This giant dark area in the middle is where you actually build your game scenes. You'll place sprites here, move objects around, add collisions, and design your level. Think of it like your canvas. Along the top of this area, you have tools like move, rotate, scale, pan. Not to worry, you'll use these a lot. The tabs across the top: 2D, 3D, script, game, and asset library. These let you switch between different parts of the engine. 2D to build 2D scenes, 3D for 3D scenes, script where you'll write your GDScript code, game for playtesting, and asset library where you can download free assets. For now, we'll just focus on 2D and script. Inspector, right side. This is a very important panel. Whenever you click on a node, its properties show up here. This is where you change things like position, size, sprite texture, speed values, and collisions. Anything the node can do. It's kind of like the control panel for whatever object is selected. Output console, bottom. This is where Godot shows messages like errors, warning, debug info, and print statements. If something goes wrong, this is the first place you should check. So that's the basic layout. Scene panel on the left, workspace in the middle, inspector on the right, and your files and messages down below. Don't worry if this feels like a lot after just a few minutes of using Godot. Relax and take your time. All of this will feel completely natural really soon. Okay, I think this would be a great place to pause. So that's it for part 1. I've decided to break this series into small, digestible videos, so it's easy for you to follow along at your own pace. One quick question before you go. Which part of the Godot user interface do you use to add nodes when building your game? If you said the Scene tab, then you're absolutely on the right track. And if you ever forgot or want a quick refresher, no worries. Just rewatch the video. When you're ready, jump into the next section. Thanks for watching First Steps with Godot 4.5. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.